everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is Madden 17 on EA Sports. It's opening week in the NFL, and today we have two teams who are more than ready to get the season underway. It's the Browns going up against the Eagles. With that, it's time to get up to Philadelphia as we welcome in our new broadcast team for 2016, Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Larry, a new broadcast team, new coaches, new quarterbacks. We've got it all here at Lincoln Financial Field here in Philadelphia. Today, the opener of the 2016 NFL season between the Cleveland Browns and the Philadelphia Eagles. Once again, I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis, and we have two teams that finished sub-500 last year. The Browns, just 3 wins, the Eagles 7.
And let's take the Browns to start off. Once again, new leadership, new direction, new hope. They're trying to get back to playing football that's emblematic of the AFC North. And when you flip it over to the Eagles, they were so close to a playoff team last year and didn't quite get there. And they're in a division where any one of those teams can be the favorite.
So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Let's go. Red 38.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be stopped here on this first play as he gets it to the line of scrimmage and no more.
Let's go. Red 38. Red 38.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. It'll be a gain of 7, and they get it back to a 3rd and 3.
Well, that's why the guy with the headsets is down there. All right, they know what they're doing because they got stuffed on a running play on first down. And I think myself and probably the fans were saying throw the football in this situation. But he knew what he was doing, called another run, and now they've got 3rd and short.
They'll set up to throw, and he's got it. Calling a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. And they talked about how important the passing game was going to be against that defensive look, going to the air for the first down.
It's all about preparation. It's all about planning, and then it's about execution. So they put it all together in practice. Okay, this is what we think we're going to see. This is how they get to it. And then when the game comes, read it and attack it. You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Get ready. Red 38. Red 38.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's brought down. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
I don't want to downplay the run, but that's exactly what I expected out of him coming out of college. When I look back at my draft analysis, one of the highest-rated players on my board, a 3-down back who can do everything. And one of the best parts of his game is what he does when he doesn't have the football, because he carries it really well, but he blocks equally as well as pass protects for his quarterback. I think he's going to be special.
And just a simple, basic neutral zone infraction here, partner.
Yeah, when you're ready to launch and go get the quarterback, sometimes you take off a bit too fast.
Get ready. You're ready. Fire.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play went nowhere. Losing it to 36. With your 6th-round pick, not many expect them to jump right in and contribute, but he's done a pretty nice job.
As a 6th-round pick, you'll come in and just work harder. That's part of what goes into it because you want to prove you should have been picked higher. But we've seen 6th-round picks come in and play very well in this league. He will have the same opportunity.
Really, it's a solid draft class from a year ago. They were able to address some key weak spots on their team and fill in some holes.
And they were able to identify the players they wanted early in the process. Got a little bit of luck as some guys may have fallen to them. But for the most part, knew their philosophy and stuck to it. It's so important to establish the running game early in a contest because when you do that, that just opens your playbook so big for your offensive coordinator. And to be frank about it, They like calling pass plays better than they like calling running plays. And with the way that they're running it right now, that's going to open things up to do whatever they want through the air as this game goes on.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That one goes for 16 yards and sets them up first and goal. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
And now the starting defense for the Browns.
Eric Reed is a safety that you can use all over on defense, both in the box as a tackler and back deep as a cover man.
Get ready. Red 38.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
Encroachment defense. Still second down.
Yeah, the defense definitely showing blitz here.
Come on, let's go. 188. 188.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. This is Stewart. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down. From the 5-yard line, will this opening drive yield 6? This is third and goal.
188.
Philadelphia. Their big-bodied receiver with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. So we just witnessed touchdown number 1 for the Rook, and certainly that's a football he's going to want for the trophy case.
Yeah, this is one that you don't spike, right? This is one you don't throw to your teammate and let them celebrate. This is one you keep for yourself, take it over to the equipment staff, and have them mark it up, put it away, and then you get it later on. And as you said, mount it in your trophy case. Fantastic. Hopefully the first of many.
So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. They'll be led out by a 5-time Pro Bowl Rodgers.
There's nothing like being overlooked that marries up with great talent that turns out a tremendous ball player. And I think Aaron Rodgers epitomizes that. Didn't get many looks coming out of high school. Had to go to junior college. Was sensational. And now he's one of the top quarterbacks in the league.
And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line. And here's the offense today that hopes to get off to a strong start. 5 yards left for the offense. It's second down. Now Rodgers throwing on second down. Over the middle, the catch by Coleman. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Defense has to stand tall here, 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. They only get...
Partner, no need to be fancy there. Just use some force and move forward and pick up the first down.
On first down, Rodgers. And this complete to Henry over the middle. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That throw good for 4. It's second down. On second down, here's Rodgers. Henry's got it out on the left side. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Looks like a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and 2.
Yeah, maybe expecting a throw. Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Browns with a football to begin quarter number 2. They're up against a 3rd and start things out. Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Quick throw that's complete on the inside slant.
I don't care how many times we say it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation. If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off. 9th
play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. From midfield, here's Rodgers. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
They're going to line up to go for this on 4th down. Rodgers stays on the field. Rodgers going to go on 4th down. And this is caught by Jackson. That one good for 21 yards. And they're able to move the chains as they convert on 4th and long.
Okay, what can't Deshaun Jackson do? All right, we know about the catches. We just saw another one there. Also gets involved in the return game. And he can break big plays like that. And we've seen him do it throughout his NFL career.
We have. What are you thinking of anything in particular?
I'm still remembering a certain Giants punter not following orders. And Deshaun Jackson made that big-time return all the way back for a game winner in that one. I still remember seeing the looks of disbelief on the Giants sideline.
Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. And he whips that one incomplete there. He was looking for his tight end, Hunter Henry. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. And this seemingly endless drive continues.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass. Now Dan Bailey, 30 of 32 in field goal tries last year. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And Bailey able to knock it through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they get the field goal. The partner, that was a 14-play drive to get the 3.
Normally, when you hold the ball that long, run that many plays, you end up in the end zone. There's a breakdown on the defense. Something happens. In this case, that didn't. But really good ball control by the offense. They're hoping that they can wear them down if they keep having drives like that.
And this will be a touchback, so a first chance here in week 1 to see the ball be brought out with the new rule to the 25-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
Try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And complete to Zach Ertz. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. On the play. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. They'll run it now out of the gun. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take just shy of midfield. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
They're going to look to throw. He's got time. And this is Ertz with it, right side. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Let's just make this one simple. Could he be any more open than he was on that play?
Yeah, they lost him going to the outside.
Hard to believe because you go through your accounting on each and every defensive snap. Who's got who, what defense you're in. That was totally a blown coverage.
And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. The defense came out with a look that they had prepped for all week to attack, They took advantage, got the first down.
And the key words in there, prep for all week. They really studied them, understood their tendencies, knew what they like to do, and prepared their game plan accordingly. And, boy, the payoff was good.
18 yards on the pickup there. And the coach has decided to challenge this play. He has tossed down the red flag.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
The head coach for pulling the red flag.
Now back to throw. Throwing the slant pattern here, complete. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. And it looks like this will likely be the last play before we hit the 2-minute warning.
Let's see if they can sneak one more good play in before the 2-minute signal.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. A reminder coming up at this and every halftime this season, we'll be checking in with Larry Ridley in Orlando for highlights and analysis of our first half.
LR, that's my man.
That's your guy. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
And a big face mask penalty here, 15 yards.
You never want to get your hands up in the face mask area because your fingers can get tangled up there, and that can hurt you as a player.
They'll look to throw again. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver making quite a splash with his second touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Eagles had 6 to their lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Now Crosby for the point after. This one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. That time, a 9-play drive. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone. This will be taken about the 12. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And the Browns getting set to go. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Give him 23 yards on the pickup. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Going to throw right side here, complete. It'll be a gain of 4, and that'll make it a second down.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a tire breakdown on what the coverage was. So everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. The bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play. An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And this complete to Henry over the middle. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Rodgers now to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. To throw, it's Rodgers. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And the Eagles will go with an extra DB here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd.
Thinking pass all the way.
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. He's going to float this one deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to find Deshaun Jackson that time. And that brings up 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the 2nd quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
And he stopped immediately there. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So as they take it over, we step aside. So the D-line's going to spread out.
Let's go. We're ready, fire.
On 2nd down, they'll try and run the counter. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. And they'll go with a ground attack here. Fighting through. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 4. And Larry apparently very brief in his report. Thanks anyway, my man, as we're already set for action. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone.
Illegal block in the back. Return team.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Rodgers now on 1st down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. They'll get 17 yards there. And it'll give the Browns a 1st down. And quickly, they get to the line. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there. with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Browns are back within a score. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who is a complete guy, who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken at his 4. And it'll be a terrific return here as he gets it down all the way inside the 30. The Browns defense getting ready. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit.
Forget the idea of flipping the field. They have now put themselves in a position to score points with that big-time return.
To the sideline, and oh, a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. I think he's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd run to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
It was Eric Reed in on the stop.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. They'll set up to throw. Surveying the field. Ertz has it left side. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield. Now, that was kind of interesting. It appears this coaching staff really trusts this rookie early in his career. They want to get him a touchdown here in his NFL debut.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Try to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a third down.
Well, he was stopped on that play, but he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
Here comes the D swarming to the line.
Let's go. Red 38. Red 38.
They'll try and run it. Here's Stewart. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave them with some options here on 4th and inches.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on the play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
So it's only 3 points on this opening drive of the third quarter. And even though that stretches out the lead, Charles, I think you'd have to consider this a win for the defense, no?
Couldn't agree more, Brandon. That offense got themselves in prime position to really open up this ball game, but the drive stalled out. And yeah, 3 points is very easy to get back in today's NFL.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent, but you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
They're going to hurry back to the line now. On first down, Rodgers. And Green with a catch left side. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Henry's got it out on the left side. And he'll get it down here to the 43. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Going right side here, and that's complete. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Rodgers again now. Green's got it over the middle. And he's going to be taken down, but not before reaching the 15-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And now they're in the hurry-up. Rodgers now to throw. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. And on 2nd and 10 now.
My high school coach, John Ford, used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket, and he throws into double coverage anyway.
He called you laddie?
He called me laddie, and that was the nicest thing he called me. Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. And here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Flushed out right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
So now the Browns will turn it over to their field goal unit here. And Bailey able to knock it through. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So they were able to move the ball into the red zone, but they'll wind up coming away with just 3.
Yeah, 32-yarder. That's equal to an extra point nowadays, and those are no problem for an NFL kicker.
This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. They'll look to throw now on first down. Ertz over the middle. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. A gain of 6 there on first.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
They come up in an offset eye. And they'll go on the ground. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take. Puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Charles, I know it's hard when live bullets are flying, but you cannot keep your hand up around the face mask area.
It is absolutely inexcusable nowadays. We talk about target areas all the time. You have to aim lower so that your hand doesn't get involved in the face mask.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this time they're able to bottle him up as they'll stop him at the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, that play ended so fast, it's almost as if the quarterback handed it to the runner and the tackler was there right away for a loss of yardage.
Let's win right here. This is our time right here.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, but it leaves them with 3rd and 11 coming up. Offense needs 11. Have to think pass here on 3rd down.
Come on now. Let's get ready. 188. 188.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Defense showing blitz. They'll run the option left. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
To me, that's a superior play by the backer because he was allowed to, I think, run free on it and make that play. His defensive linemen, they covered things down for him because offensive guys, the linemen, what they're trying to do, as you know, is block the guy at the point of attack and then climb to the next level and get the linebacker. And you're not allowed to climb. You got a free hitter, and that's what we saw there. And a really nice play resulted for them.
Let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And on this one, he'll get to... And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. And Crosby puts it through, and they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. So they get the 3 here, but you wonder whether that's going to be enough.
Yeah, I mean, you've now made it so they need a touchdown rather than a field goal to catch them. But you're right. If they'd gotten 6 out of that drive, this would be a much different game.
And a nifty return there as he's all the way up past the 40-yard line.
And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. He'll look to throw. Coleman has it here right side. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
And that will be caught, but out of bounds. Out of bounds, ruled incomplete here.
Out routes are always timing routes, and if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he let him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't.
After reviewing the call, the rule on the field is reversed.
This challenge was initiated by the guys in New York. Taking a look at the play, less than 2 minutes to go.
Yeah, I'm sure the coach wanted to challenge it, so he's probably going to send the New York office a holiday card.
Holding offense.
Yeah, that right there will set him back a bit on the offensive holding penalty.
And you know who you want to pressure after a penalty like that? The guy who just committed the foul. You want to see if he's going to keep his head down, or if he's going to get his head right back into the game. I'd send a blitz at him right away and see if he holds up.
He's going to let it fly. And this is taken in at the 5. It's a big play there for the Browns. And even 50 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Offense looks to punch it in here from the 1 on 2nd and goal. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. And welcome back, the offensive unit. They took the timeout, and now they get set to line up as we resume action. They come out here in the I. 3rd and goal now, so some urgency. And he's in for the touchdown, and barring a miracle, the extra point can win this football game.
And now we've got a tie game after that touchdown. And you and I both know what that means. Extra point in this situation, this little time left, takes on some extra emphasis, doesn't it?
It does indeed. Now inside the final minute, can they get it and hold on? Dan Bailey now for the extra point. And they have got the lead. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. They juked him. And he nearly broke that for more. But as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's 2nd down.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Get ready. 188. 188.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Throw complete right side to Cooks. And partner, this first week.
The players on your team earned XP. Quickly upgrade your team at the end of each game. Now let's take a minute to see how you can improve your team. Now let's take a minute to see how you can improve your team.